Anyone who is still working on it? So let me see. Okay, looks like everyone is done. And so my question would be, any particular words that is particularly eye-catching for you? You can just unmute yourself and share with the group, or you can type it on chat if you notice something that is rather, surprise or resonating. So, change. Oh, yeah.
Change was change is mentioned twice.
Oh, you're right. And
I'm curious about the word 变化. What's that? 变化, or what's the last word? The Chinese word?
Change.
Yeah, I know it's change, but what's the last Chinese word? What does it say?
Is it Japanese?
This is Japanese. Henkaslu.
Ah, okay.
Change. It means
change. Yes, thank you.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Any more?
I think what I see is both sides of the positive and the negative, like the things that there was change and it was difficult, but there was a lot of good things that come out of it. Like different but good. I think the word "great" got me as well, just the way it was. Interesting one.
Ooh.
Seems to be more quite positive, a lot very positive words.
Cool. Okay, then we can look into how to make it even better this year. Have you captured what you need to capture on this screen? I'm Loen.
Yep.
Yeah, so on. Yes. Okay. Then I'm going to move back to the slides. Oh, I need to stop sharing. And okay. Okay, so we just did it was meant to be a warm-up exercise, but bringing it to the question, how you will live a purposeful life in 2021. And this is probably quite a big question when we ask. So today we have a process, and it's called strategy not working, from the liberating strategy as well. And the process looks like this. We start with purpose. We think about some purpose that we want to fulfill this year. Context, that means what is happening around us that we better notice about. And the third part of this will be challenges. When we want to fulfill some purpose this year, then what are the challenges that we will face? And then baseline, that means where are we starting after knowing the context and challenges? And given our baseline and what seems possible to start, this is the fifth one, ambition. And then and then we evaluate our actions and decide what is possible as we go. So we will follow this cycle of 6 steps. And so with that, we are starting with the purpose. and Louina.
Right. Yeah, all right. Okay, that will come with our first exercise today. Let me ask all of you, when we talk about purpose, what do you have in mind? What does a purpose mean to you? What is your purpose? Can you give me your definition, what your understanding, what purpose is? You can type it in your chat room, or you can also just talk it out. Does everyone know where is the chat room?
Yes.
A driver for your life. Right. Thank you. Purpose give meaning and focus. It's a aim. It's our aim. The reason behind to do something. Goal, objective for long term. Any more thoughts? All right, I think most of you, yeah, oh, thank you. Goals need to achieve, something you want to achieve, the reason, task behind. Yeah, I think we kind of get it, and why we are here. Thank you so much, a lot of inputs. Why we are here, how I will find meaning and fulfillment and make a positive contribution. Purpose is what motivates me, defines my why in various contexts. Wow, this is good. And all of them are really, really good answer. Thank you so much. Okay, can we go to next slide? I tried to extract those keyword from the definition in the liberating structures, and so this is, I think these are you already covered in your inputs. Is the fundamental reason for something. It could be good, a person or an activity to exist. Give meaning to every step along the way, and it helps you to shape actions and guide your decisions. And people sometimes will mix up purpose and vision, so I try to explain a little bit here. Vision describes a desired future state one wants to move to. And vision usually projects something in the future, but it's always project something in the future. But for purpose, it's about here and now. It's always true and relevant. Something you feel very close to, and you can understand and feel comfortable, more comfortable with, because it doesn't tie to the future, and it doesn't matter what are the changes to come. Okay, so I think we have very good understanding. Thank you so much all for your inputs. Can we go to the next slide? Yeah, let's start to define our own purpose today, because we will use our own purpose for the exercise. First task, where is your purpose? To help you to create your own purpose, let me ask all of you, try to, by looking at the table of these words, and pick one or two which you feel most resonant with you. So don't spend too much time, because the one that pop up in your head, it will be the one you really care for. So just pick one or two, or you want three is okay, just pick it, and then you can write it down. Oh, by the way, it would be handy to have a paper and pens or pencils with you, because we'll be doing a lot of personal reflection, writing, and it will be useful. Okay, are we all good? Well, sense of belonging, achievement, recognition, learning. That's why everybody are here. Achievement, care, support. So everyone have found your keywords?
Is that recorded?
Okay, let me take a photo.
Oh.
Respect, support.
Okay. Yes, and shall we move on?
Yes. Okay, good. Let's move on.
Okay. I guess I need to clear some of the.
Can you help clean it up? Thank you.
Yes.
All right. So next step, we will be crafting your purpose statement. I give some examples here on the left, what a typical purpose statement would look like. You need to think about, first you need to think about the role, because all of us may have played different role at different contexts. So examples here, as a doctor, I exist to reduce suffering from all disease for which we have treatments. I think even among the doctors, different doctor may have different purpose too. But for this particular one, this is the example. And as a mother, I exist to bring happiness to my son. And as a KOL chef, I exist to create content that educate, informs, and inspire people to cook and eat healthily. As a facilitator, we exist to give everyone the power to create and share ideas and information equally without barriers. These are just some examples. So everyone should have their own unique purpose based on what they believe is important. And then I kind of give the structure here to in the gray table, so you kind of know the way to write this statement is you think about the role you are in, and then think about why you exist for this purpose. And then you usually start with a strong action word. Reduce, you see I actually capitalized those action words, like it could be make something to happen, stop something to happen, or create something like that. And then you will have a subject and some content or description to round up your statement. Okay, some tips here is like on the right, try to make it memorable, concise, easy to communicate. Emotional is okay. Don't be too logical, actually. So some guideline to help you to think, to help you to create your own purpose statement. So we give you a few minutes, 5 minutes to think about your purpose statement. You can write it on the paper, and you don't have to show it. Any questions? Are you all good?
Thank you.
Three minutes.
Helene?
Yes.
I was just going to say, I guess it's fair to say that when you have your purpose, as in the examples, you may have one as a husband or a wife or mother or father, but you may have one in the work context or in your own development context.
Yes.
As a volunteer or whatever.
Right. Thank you. Thank you.
And what you're doing.
Yeah. Thank you for your input. So you can think about different contexts. It could be, like you say, it could be volunteer, it could be at work, it could be about your relationship, it could be about your family. Yeah.
So is it good today, the exercise, for the learning exercise we're doing, to just focus on one?
Yeah, just focus on one. Yeah, because we are running out of time.
Yes.
Yes, just pick one. Yeah, yes. You can do both. I mean, you might not have time to compete. Yeah. If you have two, it doesn't matter, right? Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for bringing this up. Yeah. I think we are almost time's up. Yep.
Yeah, anyone who needs some more time to work on it. Yes, otherwise we better move on.
Yeah, I think please be expected today will be a big rush. And that's good. We'll keep you moving.
Are we moving on?
Yes. Okay.
Oop.
So I suppose everyone by now have drafted your purpose statement, and don't worry about being perfect. Just write down whatever you have, you feel have it with it in your heart. That would be good. Okay, so we move on to sorry. Okay. Done.
Thank you, timer.
All right. Now, in a small group, we're going to break into a small group, the time for you to talk. In the small group, we want you to do an interview, and we are using we call it one of the microstructures tools. It's called 9 whys. So we'll be interviewing each others and to asking why this purpose statement is important to you. Why we'll keep asking why for up to 9 times until to help the interviewee to understand the thinking and why they come up with this purpose. When you feel that it's very difficult to ask why, you can also use some clarifying questions like what kind of is that? What do you see if you have achieved this? So to help people to think about what exactly they are thinking in mind, and then, or is there anything else you are thinking about, or to help them to broaden up the thinking? So you can also supplement with some clarifying questions when you are go deeper to asking why. And Stephen, you have any supplements on this?
So you have 50 minutes, and it will be roughly a group of 4 people, and I didn't count how many people there, so it might be a group
4 to 5, yeah.
Yeah, 4 to 5, and so with 50 minutes, so each one should have about 3 minutes, and by 3 minutes you should be switching to another grouping. Yeah.
Okay, so if everyone is ready, then we'll send you to the room. Any questions before we break out?
Sion, you unmute yourself.
So just to clarify, in the group, one of us will be the interviewee, and the interviewer will ask us question, the 9 why and the clarification in
Yes.
3 minutes, and then we switch the role to the next interviewee.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the purpose of this exercise is to help you understand better about your purpose statement. Now.
Okay, so now we'll go to the breakout room.
We have 2 guesses with our room. 3 guesses with our room here.
Oh, okay.
And 2 unassigned.
All right.
Thank you.
Hello,
Hello, Jefferson.
Steven.
Good morning. Nice meeting you again.
Yes.
And Louise, have you assigned a room for them?
Doing it. Give me 1 minute. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. So we are still working on it. Also for Fadi as well. Sorry, it
No worries. I hope I'm audible enough.
So
and fairly. Thank
Please
you.
take your time.
Okay. Jefferson has joined room 4. Oh, no, room. I don't know which room. Anyway.
4.
Room 4. Okay.
So we have people. We have 4. So we want. Let me turn on the timer first. Wow. 好玩。OK， 我有一個兩 group 5個人，兩 group 4個人。
係啊。
一3我哋都見到係咪得？
係啊，我見到，唔該晒。
不過可能有啲會係咯，咁 OK 啦。咁
OK。
我哋去啲 room 睇下咩情況咯。
可以啊。
邊個你個 friend 嚟㗎？
邊個啊？
唔重要㗎，即係邊個可以亂嗌佢都得㗎。Grace 我 friend 嚟㗎啦，咁係啊。Grace
我唔識啊，反而。
而家因為我 friend 嚟㗎，你可以隨便嗌佢。
阿 Lin 我識啦，係咯，咁Garfield OK 嘅，跟住阿 Chris 識啦，大家都。
係啊 ，Chris 啦。
阿 Roger 都係我啲 friend 嚟嘅 ，Ruby 都係我啲 friend 嚟嘅 ，Cherry 都係。
即係唔係最 friend 係可以亂 call 佢都得嘅，係咪？呢扎人都。係啊。因為其實大部分都係啲 friend 嚟。
係咯，真係係咯。
OK， 咁得啦，其實可以分啲啦，盡量我哋大家 casual 啲，分啲會舒服啲咯。
In fact，阿 Moonway 其實我都有交過手嘅，不過就冇真係見 Moonway 嘅，喺加州嗰位朋友喎。
OK。
交過手，但係冇 face to face 見過係啦。
其實我哋要依家有啲時間 welcome 下佢哋啊，即係 mention 佢名啊 different time zone 都嚟啊咁樣。
頭先阿蕭安叫做開場白講咗少少咯，咁睇下佢心情。
OK，sorry， 可能我頭先
冇問題。我哋係咪會 broadcast 3分鐘轉台嘅？
差唔多啦，而家仲有頭先都差唔多 broadcast 一次先。
好啊
，broadcast 位係我唔記得咗添，佢
breakout room 你見唔見到個 list 啊？
見到，呢度係 OK。我諗因為有啲組5個人啊，咁點算啊？咁有啲完咗咯。
係啊，快啲咯，叫佢哋再做快啲咯。
但係 broadcast 嘅時係
都
我俾2分半鐘大家，最尾嗰組就俾佢傾偈咯，叫佢
都可以嘅。不過我諗 general 都要快少少啫，係啦。
但我意思係有2組5個人，佢哋要 interview 5個人啊嘛。
我知啊，係啊。
所以我俾2分，全部都俾2分半鐘，2分零好。但係佢完咗 interview 晒嗰啲，咁佢咪即係4個人嗰啲咧？
叫佢哋 refine 下個 statement。
OK。
係啦，叫佢哋 refine 下佢哋個 statement。
我想去入組嗰度聽下佢講咩。
好啊，去。
咁不如我哋去啲4個人個組，順便話俾你知，應該有時間剩可以回翻。
好啊。
咁我去3、4組，你1、2組咯。
好啊。點入組啊？
撳個 room 隔離嗰度有個，你要 mouse over 先出 join 嘅。
OK。
好。
你去邊度啊？
我3、4，你1、2。
好啦。
哇，是但啦，其實我亂 book 嘅啫。
好啦。
Like the next generation, they have to pay it all after that.
And what's important about that to you or for you?
So it's I don't think it's right, and it's not. Yeah, and as a Catholic, I think it's not respecting what the God has created for us. We still have, how much time do we still have?
That's about 4 minutes.
Okay.
That's probably it.
So how many interviews have you done?
One. We're just at the end of the first one.
Okay, you should move to the second one now. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Chris.
Thank you, Cynthia.
Okay.
So, who's the next interviewee or interviewer?
I mean, yeah, I can go.
So how about you interview me? Because I think then I'm just trying to keep the circle going. Would that work? Yeah, okay. So do you want me to put my purpose statement in? I'll write it out. To make it. Oops, sorry. I'm in trouble typing here. This is the short version.
Oh, so am I the interviewer?
Yes.
Right. So okay. Thanks, Sylvia. So let me ask. Why do you want to awaken people?
Go.
So challenging.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Who wanted to be the next? Who will be the next interviewee?
I can do that.
Cool.
Okay.
How many have you done so far?
Two.
Two. This is the third one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the one, the third one. Okay, I'm Grace. I work in the electrical home appliances industry. Being the one in charge of the strategic sourcing team, a department head in my company, my purpose is to achieve success for my internal customers, who include other group companies and my teammates. And that will mean my success. If they are successful, that will mean also means is my success also. So this is my purpose statement.
Why their success become your success as well? What made is important to you?
It is my job role, and I've been working in this company for 21 years. So I have the commitment here. I just feel that. I do have the sense of belongings. Otherwise, I won't be here for such a long time. So it's important to me. So I've answers quite a lot. Maybe it's already covered. 2 whys, right? 2 to 3 whys.
Can I ask why you think it is a commitment instead of the job responsibility? Yeah.
Oh.
It's different commitment.
Yeah, completely different.
Yeah.
I've been working for this company for such a long time, and now being the one in charge of a team, and I work very closely with the other group companies in Europe. Our head office is in Ireland. I've already built quite a lot of close relationships with different people. So I don't feel that it's just a job responsibility. It's a kind of commitment and a kind of recognition to me. So it's different concepts.
Yeah, I did see that because you mentioned that you see, you're putting your heart in this job. It's just not completing the task, and you also put your caring in there. Let me think what other question I can ask.
Let's imagine that you have worked well, and then your purpose is achieved in the company. What your expectation? What will you see once it's been?
Our company, in fact, has gone through a number of changes, organization structural changes, and I can see that it's going to a right direction. So I am expecting to see a better future within my company. Oh, it's time's up.
Yep.
Okay.
Because you have 5 people. Yeah.
Yep, sure. So Jefferson and Aria, who would like to go next?
Okay, thank you, Kenny. So I exist to give kind benefits to entrepreneur to unleash their potential in achieving well-being. That's my purpose.
Okay. Then what's I would say
I guess I can be interviewee.
Okay. Do you mind to share with us your?
Yeah, mine is not so. Mine is just a work context. So I'll just type it in the chat room.
Sure.
So I exist to build systems that empowers users to do their jobs more efficiently. That's all there is.
Why do you think it's important to you for this one?
I think as a trained software developer, I've been like, that's all I've done in the past, like 10 years or so. I feel like that's my way of contributing back to the world. I need to, whatever I build, I need to make it so that like it's less, the users should experience the less friction. Like they don't need to unnecessary, like I don't want to impose like unnecessary actions, or they don't need to like click so many things just to do what they need to do. Like I don't want to get in the way of, because I build software for what people would call enterprise software, like the things that they use in their office day to day. So I don't want to like just get in their way.
Understood. Like, why do you think like helping them to remove the unnecessary things matters for you?
Because I see the quality of the software around like our day-to-day office work is just terrible, and I feel like there's much more that can be done to make just the whole world run more efficiently. Yeah.
Why does helping others to run more efficiently important for you?
Why is it important? Because well, it affects me, right? Because I use other services. I go to a bank or I go to like some other place. It just feels so slow to me. Like why are they taking so much time like doing like all this busy work, where it should be able, like the things that they do, they should be able to be done like much more quickly, and just like everyone should be able to get on with their lives, instead of just stuck in some like processes or whatever they're dealing with their computer. Yeah. So yeah.
It's interesting that you mentioned about like you see that affecting you, like
And I imagine it affects everyone, right?
do you mind to tell us more, like, why do you think it's affecting you? Like, even is about them running not very efficiently?
Well, because everyone, they don't just do like work for themselves, right? They're like everybody's job is affecting others in some way or another, and the time it takes to do their job, like there's a huge impact on how much time other people are waiting for them. And so I want to reduce that efficiency, that time spent waiting by everyone. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome. Welcome back, everyone. Sorry, we might stop you. I saw that some of the groups are still talking and in getting to know each other's. Somehow we have to, yeah, we have to catch up with our schedules and we have to move on. There will be more time for you to discuss. I think by now everyone should have a better understanding about their own purpose. And don't worry, you still have time to continue to build on this. Yeah, never enough time, Sylvia, you're right. Okay, thank you. Shall we?
Anyone who want to share what you got from your purpose statement? Or maybe we better move on to the next part. Okay.
I don't mind sharing if
oh,
you
yeah.
want, Stephen. Just,
oh,
just
yeah,
an
please,
example.
please.
Okay, it's only very quick because what that process did for me was just gave me the end part that I didn't have before, like why it was important. So what I had to start with was I exist to awaken people to who they really are. And through that short process, I've added on to end unnecessary emotional suffering. So that's quite important, I think. So that was really useful. Thank you.
Okay, very, very beautiful. Thank you. Yeah,
good point, actually. The second part of my purpose statement was for a better life. I had a lot of questions of whys around what is, exploring that. So maybe think about things that I hadn't. So it's quite a blanket statement. So yeah.
It could be quite daunting at some time. So after a week, then you may still realize that you are thinking about this question. But okay, for the purpose of this workshop, then we can stick to the purpose statement that you have and yeah, and so we yeah, what do I want to say? I forgot. Anyway, and okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at the chat room now, so that's why after we have the purpose statement for ourselves, and we are exploring what is happening around us, and that requires creative change. So how we are going to do this? So my first question that I want to invite you to think about is what are the micro factors that is difficult to predict. So given that you have a purposeful statement, that could be like building trust around building what is that? Building trust and be mindful of the way, for example. What are the macro factors that will be impact for this purpose statement? For example, you work on yours, but what And that is also difficult to predict. It could be like the social economical factors that is difficult to predict. And what I would like you to do is that you probably have see the you may see there is a Mentimeter screen. No, the Mentimeter link here. So if you are using your computer, then enter menti.com. Then it will ask you for an ID. So 4694325. That is the ID. And what are the macro factors we relate to that has an impact for your purpose statement, and very difficult to predict.
Yeah. So we have people asking for example.
Yeah. For example, this pandemic could be one of the factor that is very difficult to predict how it goes, right?
Yeah. You can think about different perspective, like the politics, the economy, and the
technological, economical,
social factors, and and something that the global environments. And I also want to ask if everyone know how to use Menti. Everyone is okay with Menti?
Okay, yeah. So let me type it out on the chat first, so that menti.com, and the ID is 4694325. Okay, so you should be able to see that in the chat room. Because I am going to show you how that. I need to show you because I'm going to show you when you are typing. Okay. Yes, we have some wonderful answers. COVID-19, health, change, jobs, economy, psychological safety, downturn, okay, virus mutation. Anyone who needs more time to work on this? So if not, what I would want you to do next is, among these in the work cloud, pick two of these factors that resonate you most. You might have chosen a few. You may have enter a few in this Mentimeter, but if I ask you to choose two, you can choose anyone on that you see in this work cloud. What would be the two that you want to choose? You may want.
Text.
Huh?
The biggest text.
No problem. You may want to write it down as well. If I want, because it will be used in the next step. Okay. Has everyone chose your two factors? If you got two already, then I will switch back to the slides, and I'll clear the screen. Louis, have you captured the screen?
Okay, give me one. Yep.
Okay, thank you. Cool. So I will go back to the slides so that we can move on to the next step. Ooh. In the next step, what I would want you to do is you will work with your group mate again, with your previous group, and so everyone has chose 2 words from the word cow, and if you have a group of 4 people, then everyone may have different words, but I want you to discuss a bit which 2 factors that you want to choose for this exercise as a group. And if you have a piece of paper, then you may want to draw 2 axes like this, or if you are using the pre-work book that sent out earlier, then you can also use the soft copy as well. So these 2 axes you can maybe I do an example here. So for example, if I choose vaccine availability as the factor, then one extreme would be vaccine coming out very soon, right? Available very soon. The other extreme would be vaccine, how to say, vaccine not coming.
Not coming.
And then let's say the second factor that you have chosen is the political stability. So on one extreme, that would mean very stable political situation, right? So I don't enter the entire thing. So the other side would be a very unstable political situation. Now you have 4 quadrants, and within the group, what I want you to do is to discuss what does that mean in each of these quadrants. Vaccine soon and stable political situation, what does that mean? And how would you want to name this quadrant, for example? Or how would you want, and then go to next quadrant, vaccine soon but unstable political situation. What would be the other? How will you name it? And so you have 4 quadrants to discuss what does that mean and how would you want to name it. Let me see. Is that clear for the instruction? So yep. If you are ready, if you're ready, okay, you have 15 minutes on this. So agree on which 2 words for the axis and make a quadrant and with 2 extremes on each side of the axis. And you have 4 quadrants. What does that mean? And give it a name.
Okay, so we're now going to the breakout room.
Thank you, Louis.
Jason, you're not joining room 1? Or what happened?
Yeah, no, I got a run already for 10:30 because it's from 9:30 to 10:30, right? So Is it for longer? You guys gonna extend, I suppose.
No, it's actually 3 hours. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, yeah. On at 10:30. Oh, okay. Suppose
yeah, I got to run.
30. Yeah, because as you can see, right, the framework has six steps. We only got second steps.
All right. Thanks for sharing, though. I mean, like, I really enjoyed.
Yeah, you have the workbook, right? You can take a look.
Yeah, I will keep in touch.
Sure, in touch. Yeah, thank you. Have a good day.
Bye-bye, you too. Bye-bye.
係 Stephen 係幾耐時間嘅？呢個係
15分鐘。
咁俾到12分鐘。
其實佢哋通常都唔知我哋俾咗幾多時間佢，所以有時我話俾15分鐘，跟住就10分鐘我就問佢做完未啦。
我都知，我都明嗰啲啊。而家我哋 on time 啊，定係遲咗啊
？Let me see 啊，都仲係 on time 嘅。
耶，估唔到喎 ，OK 啦，即係 OK 係嘛？
係啊，不過都其實每個環節我諗都即係睇下啲口水少啲啊，都要。
我覺得 OK 喎，我哋唔算多口水喎，已經算少。我覺得你已經好簡潔嘅。
哦，係啊，咁啊，係我都不嬲都唔多嘢講。
通常喺 facilitator 都係講，我要保即係 make sure diversity 啊 ，make sure everyone taken care of 咁樣。
係。哦，呢個可能我有少少另類啲啦嚇，我就冇乜所，即係我係好，我對於大家唔出聲，我係好 comfortable 嘅，我好 comfortable 唔出聲，然之後等大家出聲。
哦。
啊！你有冇去其他組啊？
我頭先有啊，我覺得我要首先我要將肖安搬去room 1下一次，因為 Jason 走咗 ，Jason 要1個鐘。頭先咁 Jason 要佢以為1個鐘，佢要
OK。
咁喺 round 就搬1個過去啦。咁跟住第4組就好 OK 啦，都幾開心啊！見佢哋冇乜嘢，
佢哋 follow 到嘅 instruction 啊嘛。
係佢哋人才仔5個人，跟住
第3組係咪啊？
第3組就靜啲，咁 Sylvia 就比較 experience，但係啦，咁佢就帶住佢哋咯，咁樣。Crystal 都係 OK 啦，係咪？係啦。
係啊，因為阿 Roger 就真係淨係做 tech 嘅啫。
靜啲啦，我嗰兩個係靜啲，同埋細個啲感覺。係啦，
唔細個㗎啦。
唔知啊，感覺靜啲啦，之就
感覺靜啲係啦，即係 facilitation 呢樣嘢，阿 Roger 應該完全陌生嘅。
咁咪啱佢咯，係啦，咁。
Ruby 其實係 Scrum Master 嚟嘅。
OK，佢。
咁所以。
細啲係咪 Ruby？
係啊。
係啦，咁跟住就呢組第2組我就冇去，第2組 OK 係咪咁多人？有肖安喺度就 OK 啦，佢咁。
應該 OK 嘅。
唔使理啦，咁而家第1組
佢會 drive 晒所有人，阿 Lin 都 OK 㗎。
係啦，佢哋咁勁。Garfield 你個 friend 啊
？Garfield 係啊，佢其實 Agile Hong Kong 基本上廣東話版主要都係佢帶嘅而家。
OK，
最近幾次都係佢帶，係啊。
Fanny 咧 ，Fanny 係邊個嚟㗎？
唔識，肖安啲 friend 啩？
哦 ，Lin 就都係 facilitator 嚟㗎啦，你見佢
ETF 嚟㗎。
係咯，佢回覆嗰度已經係俾咗好多 tips 俾大家點樣係。
係啊。
Linda 都係係咪啊？
唔識。
我估佢都係 IF 之類嘅係咪咧？會唔會咧？
應該可能 Liberating Structure 嘅 community 都唔出奇。
哦，係喎，肖安話嚟緊有分享嗰啲人咧，咪佢哋咯，係嘛？
可能係咯，
四個
澳洲
係咯，at least 有4個啦，咁
澳洲紐西蘭
埋 Linda 咯，我估
係咯，啱啱好4個佢哋。
Moonway 係你個 friend 嚟㗎？
舊客戶
就係因為你所以 join 嘅，唔係因為肖安嘅。
未必係我啩，我估我冇咁大年咯。
佢唔係，會唔會係其中一個 facilitator？
應該唔係，不過佢應該都識阿肖安嘅，我估就。
哦，咁 guess Giselle 咧 ，Giselle 咧
Giselle 唔識啊，呢幾個澳洲紐西蘭嘅我都唔識。
哇，咁啊，肖安都幾勁，可以將佢嘅 network extend 到紐西蘭同澳洲，雖然都屬於 Asia Pacific。
掛住 LS 個名就好啲嘅，容易啲嘅。
係嘛？我初時去嗰個就係新加坡嘅添，佢 LS。
唔係新加坡，反而其實亞洲係比較弱少少嘅 LS 嚇。
係嘛？
冇錯。
都係啱啱開始識㗎咋。係
啊，大家都係啱啱
開始。多謝你啊！等我落水，真係好多謝你。其實真誠意
多謝你真。
講反話，啲人又好多謝你講反話，講真嘅。
多謝你陪我一齊跌落水。
係啊，同埋我都好中意你啲 style，即係乜都得咁樣。因為有啲好 pushy 咁，我又比較懶，唔係懶，即係都係啦。咁嗰啲就好大壓力，你又唔會覺得好大壓力咯。
OK 啦，咁大家要 work together 就自然要 accommodate 一啲嘢。係。佢哋而家有幾多時間嘅佢哋？頭先我哋頭先係差唔多時間咗啦嘛，6分鐘。
你15分鐘，我不如過去睇下佢做成點可以。我過去第一組，我由第一組開始落去咯，我1、2睇下咯。
好啊，我由4、3上去。
不如你 WhatsApp 話俾我知，如果你覺得 OK 就早啲 close 咯。
好啊，好啊，好啊。
OK，咁我1、2、2、3、4係咪？
好。
Like status quo.
You're gonna have conflict, that's for sure.
Hi everyone.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Fine.
Have you identified the two factors?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Sorry,
what are they?
We're trying to name them.
Oh, okay.
We're naming the quadrants. We chose management approaches and mindset. Mindset. So the different spectrums are autonomy and command and control, and then the other way is a fixed mindset, growth mindset.
Wow. So you teams are
naming each.
Good. So you teams are doing well. Okay, I'll leave you here.
Okay. Okay.
Conflict.
So,
yeah, I mean it is
conflict.
It is conflict.
I think that's
a complete oxymoron, right? Fixed mindset, autonomy, autonomous leadership.
On the lines of the extent of certainty versus uncertainty.
Yes. So certainty is a very generic word. I mean, do you want to propose some specific area of certainty, like the safety that you have mentioned?
Well, COVID brings in a high degree of uncertainty. Not having a vaccine or having a vaccine brings in uncertainty. So it could be on any dimension that we've talked about, because they're all affecting, many of these things, even the political aspects and the financial markets are all affecting the degree of certainty or uncertainty in the world.
Yeah. So I think we all bring up what could be negative impact us. And I sense that there's a factor that our ability to handle complexity.
Yeah.
So that is also a factor, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we have 2 more minutes, so let's make a choice. I mean,
yeah,
maybe this is what I propose for the exercise. We choose 2. I mean, in case you go back home and you want to choose another factor, and that's fine.
Okay, then we choose how about inability to handle complexity and ability to handle complexity. One extreme. Another extreme, we choose something else. I don't know. Fixed adaptive mindset, COVID-19 trends.
Yeah. I think that's a good one. We can combine them, like, for example, the complexity on the horizontal side and then the mindsets on the vertical side, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do so name it. I think we need 4 quadrants, right? We need to name it. So one is
You can say the mindset.
high complexity.
Yeah, high
right?
complexity.
No. High ability. Oh,
Handle complexity. Ability to handle complexity is high.
handle complexities. And the other one is
Low ability.
low ability.
Yeah.
So I make it a short form, fixed mindset and growth mindset. Okay, so what's the name of the quadrant on top? If it's facing you, high ability and highly adaptive. What's the name?
The name is complexities. The title, right?
Yes, what's the name for the top right corner? High ability to handle complexity and adaptive.
Okay.
Superman.
Sorry?
Superman.
Superman. Okay, fine. I like Superman.
Yeah.
Superpower. So that
Super-
it's more general.
Yeah. Superpower.
Okay. Lower right. Adaptive but low ability to handle complexity.
Need to grow.
No ability to handle complexity, right? But he's adaptive.
Yes.
Oh yeah, need to learn, basically, right?
Learning song, right?
Yeah, learning.
Yeah. Learning.
Learning.
Learning journey.
And then fixed
Fixed
mindset.
mindset and the worst low ability.
High ability but fixed mindset. So have power but don't want to change.
The complaint zone.
Complaint zone. Complaint zone.
That's lower.
High ability and fixed mindset, right?
However, in this situation, I might have a fixed mindset because I'm trying to create stability and less vulnerability and less change because there's so much going on. So it may not be that I'm complaining. Maybe I'm just trying to find some stability.
Yeah, exactly. Safety. What do you call that? Comfort zone.
Comfort zone.
Yes, comfort
The
zone.
last one.
Complaint zone.
Complaint zone. Yes, I think it's complaint zone. Okay, let's capture a screenshot of that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Going back.
Capture screenshot?
Hold on.
How do you guys write on the board? I don't see an option for me to write.
Okay, I captured already. We can go back.
Thank you.
Okay.
See you.
We're back.
Welcome. Is everyone here? Anyone not here? Oh, okay. It looks like everyone is here. And let me see. Yes, okay. Anyone who want to share what you got in your group, you're welcome to unmute yourself. or any particular thing?
I be the volunteer. So yeah, we have discussed the two SS. One is for the same as yours, political stability and unstable politics. And the YSS is the vaccine is coming soon, or vaccine is coming no longer coming. Okay, so for the stable politics and the vaccine is coming soon, we naming this quadrant as utopia. Yeah. For the vaccine is not coming soon, but with the stable politics, we call it lockdown. For the unstable politics and for the vaccine is not coming soon, yeah, it's totally opposite to the utopia. We call it the hell.
Oh.
And the last is the vaccine is coming soon, but the politics is still unstable. We call it the World War III. Dr.
Okay.
Free. Yeah, that's a sharing from our team.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Any interesting thing that other groups want to share about?
I can share ours, but can you allow us to share screen?
Oh, sure. Siwan, do you know how to do that?
Security, enable the participant to share screen.
Okay, security. Where is the security? Let me see. Oh, okay.
Done. So Lynn, you can try.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
Still cannot.
Is it try now?
Yes. It should be
okay. Can already. Thank you. Can you see?
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So we had two factors. One is on mindset, fixed and adaptive mindset. And another one is on ability to handle complexity. So one is the low ability and one is the high ability. So in the zone where we are adaptive and we have high ability to handle complexities, we are superpower. Yay! And then when we have adaptive mindset, low ability to handle complexity is a learning journey for all of us. We're still learning, adapting and learning, And at the zone where we have fixed mindset and high ability to handle complexities, we may be in a comfort zone at this point in time, But at the zone where we have fixed mindset and low ability to handle complexity, we may be complaining a lot, complain. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so let me see. It's now 10:45, and I realized that it should be time for a break, and we will continue. And how much time?
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Okay, so that would mean 10:50 in Hong Kong time, and but I'm not sure what is your local time zone. So you may need to do a bit of calculation. Would that be okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
See you in 5 minutes.
See you in 5 minutes. Thank you. people are coming back. Let me share screen again. Take care. Let me see, how is everyone? Shall I give another minute? Okay, I see some people indicating that they're ready as well. Okay, maybe we continue here. Okay, good. So welcome back. Hope that is keeping up our energy. So before the break, we did the context with the microstructure called critical uncertainty, exploring what is happening around us. And now the next step here is the challenge. And this step we are exploring what we call paradoxical challenges that we will face when we want to fulfill the purpose and under this context. The following exercise we will be working in this big group, and you have your own answers. You have worked on it individually and came up with your own answers. So the first question here is, with the 4 quadrants that you had in the last exercise, pick one of them. And in this exercise, you may want to get a piece of paper and pen it, or you may want to work on your electronic device. Make a list of all you can do to make sure that actually achieve the worst result imaginable with respect to your purpose statement. So you might have you may have, for example, yes, the worst imaginable result. Let's say the purpose statement is I want to build trust around the people around me. And given a quadrant where the pandemic is still going on and political situation is not working well, and what are the things that you can do to make sure the worst result imaginable?
Can I ask this question? It's likely that we need to list out everything we do to achieve the worst result.
Exactly, right? exactly. So it may sound rather counterintuitive. And this microstructure is called traits. And but this is the first question. You will, it will get better when we go. Okay, and oops, let me.
So example you just mentioned is that, let's say, what if the pandemics continue to happen and the political also is still very unstable? Then to make it worse is that I will send a lot of untrue rumors around.
For example,
in my WhatsApp, and then don't wear masks to go out, and do everything I can to make the situation worse.
So it's an individual exercise. So so you will come up your own list because it's based on your purpose statement. Is that clear? Okay. Let me give you 3 minutes to write down things that you write down the list for this question. And please feel free to ask if you still have something not clear. Anyone who needs some more time on this? Anyone who is still working on it? If not, then we'll move to the next question. The next question is, given you have the first list of things that you could do to guarantee the worst result with respect to your purpose statement in the quadrant that you select, is there anything that you are currently doing that looks like them? So let's continue with the example of building trust. But let's say spreading fake news could be one of the things that guarantee the worst result, right? So what are the things that I'm currently doing that looks like this? For example, if I keep sharing stuff without thinking on Facebook or WhatsApp, yeah, that's one kind of thing that looks like spreading fake news. And yeah, not wearing masks in the public. Yeah, for example, if I just going downstairs, then I don't wear masks, for example. That looks like currently doing. That's what I'm thinking about, something that you are currently doing that looks like the first list. So you have another 3 minutes to think about it. Anyone who is still working on the second list? Anyone? Yeah, you can raise. Yeah, you can give me an indication if you are still working on the list and need some more time. Otherwise, we will move to the third one. So I understand that this microstructure is rather different from what facilitators or coaches in particular typically do. And it sounds very negative. And then, and here's your redemption now. The third question, go through the list, go through your second list. Decide what are the steps will help you to stop what you are doing that creates undesirable result. So this is your third list. Again, 3 minutes. Anyone who need more time on this short list? You can, yeah. Or let me ask the other question. Does everyone, who has the third? Who has 3 lists already? Who has finished? Okay, Francesco. Okay, good. Yeah. In that case, then we can move on to the next one. The next one is about the baseline. The baseline will, where are we? Where do we want to start actually? So this is the question that we want to explore in this phase. And it will start off as an individual exercise, but we will come to the group discussion very soon. So stay tuned. And Lorraine, do you want to continue on this?
Yes. The microstructure we are going to use is called eco-cycle. Eco-cycle is using a planting as a metaphor. And so you can imagine like the story of planting starting in 4 stages. Starting from seeding, having a seeds, you have a lot of seeds, but they are waiting to be grown, which depending on the nutrition's weather and whether water is available and whether the climate is good for them to start. So they're waiting for support to start their life. And the next stage, once they get started, they were given birth and then they start to grow and then they become a plant. And the plant continue to grow on the bottom left corner, continue to grow and then get to the maturity, the orange color on the top right. And that is the time we enjoy the forest. Is the time you get to harvest. But when these plants continue to grow, and then things will become rigid and maybe hampering the process or the environment, then that will be the moment we're thinking about planting and also whether we should remove them, distrust them. And that is the stage we call it renewal. So everything actually happen, all the action we do today are actually happening in one of these 4 stages, or in the stage. So
Louis, you are under the water. Louis, are you here?
It seems we lost her.
Oops. Let me give her some send her a message first.
Okay.
Are you here?
Hey,
hello, Louis. Okay. Maybe okay.
People start to see the
Okay. So maybe I'll continue pick up from here. So it's a continuing process here. The seed, the small tree, bigger tree, and then when it goes at some time, it goes back to the soil and become a better soil for the new seed and so on. So you see, this is the eco cycle. And what I would want you to do in the coming exercise is that Louise, are you coming back?
can you hear me?
Ah, very good.
Yes. Oh, sorry, I don't know why it's just stopped and
okay, when she speaks, it start again. Starting again. Sorry. Okay. In the I'll let Lovin work on it for now. And then and okay. Yeah, in the share that you're seeing an example from the liberating strategy paper. So you can take a look how they do that. So on the right hand side, there are some activities the group of people came up with, and they map these activities according to the cycle. So things that they are starting and things that they are planning for the future. And for example, let me see which one are interesting. Interesting. Making choices about faculty hiring. They have an example of activity. So that will allow them to grow the business school, for example. So it's a birth process for them. And let me see what else. Fundraising also belongs here. So this is an example about with respect to your purpose statement. What are the things that helps better start doing, and what are the things that better stop doing? So in this is the eco cycle map that the eco cycle is how eco cycle map works. Let me see. Lovina, are you okay?
Yes, I use my phone right now to talk.
No problem. Yeah. So yeah, let me ask the participants. Okay, the next thing that I want you to do is get a piece of paper. You can use this template, join on your paper. You can also use your electronic copy and map out the activities that you got in the previous exercise. That is the second list and the third list from here.
the things that you are currently doing, and the things that you want to, the things that will help you stop creating those undesirable results, and see if you can map on this template. Any question?
Can you flip back to the slide just before this? The question.
Example.
The question you show.
Which one?
The questions. Challenge with 3 questions.
Oh yeah, here it is.
Actually 2.
So, and Sion?
Okay, so this is from the previous exercise.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. So you should have 3 lists, and so what I asked is the second list and the third list from the previous exercise. This one, I mean. And Sion, you have a question?
So maybe I want to ask is like, how do I map the list that I generate in this challenge to the infinity diagram? How is it?
Think about the purpose that you want to fulfill in your purpose statement, and what are the things that will give you more. If you think about it more like a plant, what are the things will give more nutrition to your purpose, and what are the things that will help growing rapidly for your purpose? That's growth. And then and what are the things that might limit your opportunities? That become the maturity, right? Or something after the maturity, and things that better pathway for your future that will be renewal.
If I can give one example, let's say if your purpose is to be a good daughter for your mother, then you come up with some actions from the previous exercise. Say, I want to spend more time with your mom, and then the action could be like go home for dinner more often. Then you can think about, evaluate about, think about what is happening today. Have you been doing a lot or doing really well? That will be at the maturity, right? If you haven't really gone home for a long time, you haven't really started, and then it will be on the gas station at the sitting. If something you think you have been doing too much, my mom doesn't want me to go too often, so that might be the area we need to think about whether you need to renew your behavior. Yeah. Hope this will help. Yeah. So every actions you are doing, you should be able to fit it in one of these stage. Any questions? Yeah, please do ask questions.
So how long do we have for this?
Do you need more time?
Okay, just started.
Okay. Then you have 2 minutes to finish this.
Okay, thank you.
30 seconds. All right.
All right.
So time for you to share with your group. So we're going to put you into your groups, and then you can show your eco-cycle chart to your team members, and then you can try to identify the patterns you see in your diagram, and also compare if like your other people in your group also have similar patterns, or what are the difference. And then you can also look at what do you see in the poverty trap, and also what is on the rigidity trap. And then you can discuss what actions you might want to take. So these are the things we expect you to discuss among your group, and then you have 10 minutes to do this. Any questions?
Before we go into the questions, I want to elaborate a little more. So poverty trap refers to things that you wanted to do, but there are also a lack of nutrition. Now think of it like a trees, and the seed grows into a tree. If you don't give in enough water, then the seed doesn't even start. The gestation doesn't even start, and it will die down. So that's the poverty trap. Things that you wanted to do, but you don't put enough resources. Rigidity trap refers to something that you are currently doing, and you have been so used to it, like a comfort zone, but also that limits your possibility. So that's rigidity trap. And we have another question. I may need help from Sion. Francesco is asking, could we have the ability to share screen in our group?
I think you can.
Sion, yes.
Yes, you can.
You can, yeah. I checked the setting, you can.
Okay, so any other questions? Otherwise, then you have 10 minutes. Enjoy.
Chadwick. Hello, Chadwick. Chadwick, you're not joining the group. Chadwick, you're not joining the group.
盧英，我想問個問題。hello， 盧英，聽唔聽到我講嘢？聽唔聽到我講嘢，盧英？你聽唔聽到我講嘢啊
？Stephen, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Stephen, can you hear me?
Uh-oh.
Can you hear me? Right, 聽到。
Yes， 你聽到我講。
Cherwick 嘅 OK。
佢可能行開咗。
係。
你聽啊？冇，我想問咧，頭先嗰個環節我係咪唔記得咗 share screen 啊？
唔係啊。
我有 share screen。OK， 得啦，咁得。
係 group 嗰啲人問 group 嗰陣時可唔可以 share screen 啫嘛？
哦 ，OK， 我以為我之前一路喺度講緊嗰個 eco cycle 嘅時候，唔記得咗 share screen 啫。OK 話 OK。我諗
eco cycle 就係一個比較新啲嘅 tool， 少啲人用過，咁可能大家需要時間適應。
複雜啲個 metaphor 要消化一下。
係咯，其實就唔係真係好似好複雜咁，但係就唔係嘅。
啊，係。
係咯，咁我又斷咗線。我諗頭先 internet 嘅問題，我而家搬咗位呢度。
冇問題。
OK。
係啦，冇問題，係啦，唔使太緊真係。
係 OK 啊，你都搞掂佢。
我都突然間，我自己都好似有少少亂亂地，唔知自己講乜，所以anyway 係咯，你翻嚟嘅時間係非常
跟住我唔知
合時。
我不斷講緊嘢，我唔知係你哋聽唔到我講嘢咁咯。
哦，係啊，好似頭先其實你好似潛咗水咁樣嚇。
係啊，但係你話咩 into water 咩 into water 你講咩啊咁樣咯
？In the water。
我以為你想係講個 metaphor， 即係喺嗰4個 stage 裏邊咧。
唔係啊，唔係。
覺得總之就水都。
Sorry。
我講咩啊？講。但我係唔知你聽唔到我講嘢咯。
冇問題。跟住我哋其實稍 behind 咗嘅啲時間係啦，不過就。ambition 之後就放 break 啦，咁就 ambition 我可能快少少啦。
可唔可以 ambition 同個 break 咧？
係啊，我頭先係第一個 break 嗰陣時，其實我係完全唔記得咗嘅，即係我唔記得咗啊，係其實 group exercise immediately 佢哋已經可以放 break 咁樣咯。
係。
頭先我係唔記得咗嘅咁。
有啲人已經 drop out 咗咯。
都係㗎，冇辦法，有啲攰嘅呢個。
係咯，我覺得係，其實幾 heavy 嘅你呢個。
係啊，搶㗎。
同埋個 topic 都好 heavy 咯，即係諗人生。
好似係 heavy 有啲。咁係咯。
可以 cut 到啲啦，我諗可以盡量短啲，可唔可以 cut 咁一段咧？真係。
我諗每一節行快啲咯，我自己可能就想。rather than cut 咗邊橛咯，
差唔多咯喎，應該
係咪啊？
唔係喎，仲有10分鐘。幾多啊？15分鐘係咪原本係？
呢個活動10分鐘㗎咋？
夠鐘啦咁樣。
咁夠鐘 OK， 好啦，咁就可以拉佢哋翻嚟啦。Welcome back. Is everyone back from the room? Is there anyone still in the room?
Yeah, it was quick. It was very quick.
Yeah.
Yes, and actually we are slightly behind schedule, so it will be even quicker in the following stages.
Yeah, we have to apologize. I think we are too greedy. We have been trying to put as many tools as possible in the session today, so that you can get to taste different.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
So we are now trying.
Please.
More of a rope than a string.
Yes, interesting rule. Wonderful. Okay, so we are trying to complete this cycle here, and what we just had is the baseline. Where are we starting? And it is now time for some concrete action, and this is called the ambition. So what's impossible now? And with that, I want to move on to the next slide. And okay, so this one is actually not a liberating microstructure. It's not the microstructure. But originally I want to use 2510, but I realized that it's more physical movement involved, and I changed to another thing. So anyway, and we are doing it individually here. So you have your purpose statement, you hear about the questions, feedback, the eco-cycle planning that you just did, and then and I guess you'll collect some interesting feedback from your previous discussion as well. And so the question here is, what's impossible? And you can write down 3 small steps, move into your purposeful life or area that fulfilling action items that are action items for your to fulfill the purpose. So you may want to write down on a piece of paper or your electronic device if you prefer. And yeah, this is the first part of this exercise, right? Individually. Any questions?
How much time do we have?
Oh, is there anyone already finished? I'm sorry. Okay. It looks like some of us are still working on it. Okay. Yeah, so I am basically looking at the screen, your facial expression, guessing that you are still working on it. Yeah, 3 action items. And Chris, you're okay. Good, thank you. Anyone who is still working on it, need more time, you can indicate, raise your hand. Looks like you are ready. Then we are going to the next part. This is another group activity. So you have 3 action items, and let's assume that you're working with a group of 4 people. Then everyone takes turns, share your idea, and in the rest of the group, when you hear the 3 ideas from one of your group mates, what you need to do is to distribute 7 points. So what I mean here, so I have 3 action items: action 1, action 2, action 3. And then we have 3 different 3
three group mates, and one might think that the first one is interesting, and 4 points, and then slightly less interesting, and not very interesting. And then the second teammate might be thinking about the first one is actually just okay. Second, 2 points for this, and then 3 points for the second one, and then 2 points for the third one. So all these points add up. Each person have 7 points to distribute for your teammate. And that means if I complete this one, the third group mate may think that okay, something like this. Then you can add up these numbers, and your first action will have 11 points, and then second one 7 points, and then the third item you have 3 points. And in theory, one item could get as much as 21 points. And but of course, the numbers are just a way to facilitate your sharing. So that means in addition to giving some points, also share why you give out these points like this. So is that clear for the coming 15 minutes? Okay, so yeah, if you are clear about this, then we will go into the groups. Louise.
Yes.
Thank you. Mm.
話去晒幾
乜嘢啊？
仲有
搞唔掂啊！個電腦係咁斷啊！我去我 router 同埋打俾 navigator 先，唔好意思啊。
哦，唔好意思 ，sorry 啊，sorry to hear that。
唔好意思，好。
OK，好啊，咁啊，希望快啲搞掂啦。
好，希望好，拜拜先。
好，拜拜。
15分鐘，諗住俾幾多時間佢哋啊？10分鐘？
好啦。
少人啫，做3個人。
咁啊，係啊，係啊。
我去睇下其他組先啦，睇下點。
好啊，好啊，唔該晒。
而家我就俾咗10分鐘佢哋咯。
好啊，好啊，好啊，唔該。好啊，好啊，唔該。
Actions that I would think about is to try to learn more about Zoom, because like I think like currently I'm using Meet, Google Meet, or the Microsoft Teams most of the time because of my company subscription or the client subscription, and Zoom isn't something that I'm much using. So I think, but at the same time, I will see like Zoom have the marvelous function like breakout room. I think that is a very good feature which the other tools lack. And then I think I should practice more about this. And I'm giving a 2 action point on, I mean, two points on that. So my priority will be practice liberating structure with partner, practicing Zoom, and then last one is finish reading the liberating structure book.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
How about you?
I really want to follow up on the creative destruction part of the ecosystem, eco-cycle, something like that. Okay. So after the destruction, so what's the next step?
you won't do anything about it, and you should start doing something new.
Something new. Okay.
Yeah, if you see it fits and then it align with your purpose. Yeah, because the whole idea is to like, you need to make space for new stuff, right?
Yeah. Either you renew it, refresh it, or you just eliminate it.
Yeah. So I think for me, the example is previously when I'm doing face-to-face, when I'm holding like workshop or retrospective, some kind of agile ceremony or scrum ceremony, I do it face-to-face. And that's why currently I need to learn more Zoom. I need to learn more, like liberating structure is one of the things. Okay, that's actually available in the market, or maybe like what I need to do is invest time and I need to learn it.
Okay.
Yep.
Good.
So just one. I can share a bit. There are 3 small steps to move into my purposeful life. First one is to pay attention to detail in my daily life and daily work. Secondly is to keep learning. This is the first time that I'm joining you guys here, and it's quite new to me. So, but it's good for me to enter into a new area, or it's a new way of learning. And then the third point is remain positive under the current big changes. Changes within my company and also changes in society, in the world. So it was quite a challenging year last year. So we are trying to adapt to it and be more flexible ourselves and remain positive.
How about the rating? How many?
Oh, good question. Sorry. Remain positive is 3.
3
out of 7. And then the other 2, pay attention to detail and keep learning, are 2 each.
Cool.
Actually, the rating is not you rate yourself, it's your
okay.
So they give you a feedback. When they hear your 3,
I thought it's kind of giving weights to each of them. Giving weights to.
I thought so.
No. When I hear the three ideas, I'll give you a feedback by telling you which one I find it more appealing. So among the period, like if I like your first 2, then I give like 3 points each, and I did give you 1 point. So you're adding all together, you get an overall picture. Which one are other people's perspective are more appealing? Then you can ask them why. And then you can also reflect it.
Okay. Gotcha.
Through the process of getting feedback, you get to know more about your idea. Right?
Okay. So okay. So maybe I can like put my stuff onto the this group.
Can you try it out, or maybe you drop down the number and then you can calculate it.
Sure.
I need to jump to
for the new one, but I would agree with you because you can't operate a business if you haven't set up the technology to take payments and things like that, to collect payment for services.
Hello. Is anything I can help?
Yes. For the rating, do we rate based on importance?
Based on what you see the action as most appealing to you, and then you can ask why. Yeah.
Okay. Most appealing, is it?
Yeah, most appealing probably like you see as more. I think it's important and feasible.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
So Linda, what do you think about what Garfield has said?
Yeah, I think they're important. All 3 of them are important. So, all 3 have to be done.
Thank you. Garfield, yours? Would you like to share yours?
Let me copy and paste. Wait a minute. Okay, this 3. Yeah, first one is really changing the job. And the second one is
Interesting.
How do you do that, Kenny?
Sorry, which one?
So you can add, while I'm sharing my screen, you can still
I use annotate.
do your writing. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, okay. So let's use the draw to, I'll use the draw to put the number on then. So we have 7 points, right? Can you see my rating?
3, 3,
Yeah,
1.
yeah.
Yeah, I see someone is getting an eraser.
Yeah, it's me, because I want to make some changes.
Ah,
but
okay.
I can't manage.
Yeah, because the typing, it seems like the Microsoft Paint. Once you press enter, it's a drawing there, so you can't change the word. No worries. Yeah.
Can you help me then?
You mean
332? Sorry. 331.
331?
Yeah.
How about Jefferson?
Well, I don't know how to.
Oh, you can tell me
You
the
just
number.
say. You just yeah. Kenny will help.
You mean the rating?
Yes, rating. How about your actions?
Oh, forget them.
Okay. No worries.
Well, I think for Grace 1, yeah, I think 331 will be good enough.
Okay.
But for Kenny, I think maybe you can put a higher priority on the learning Zoom.
Learning Zoom. So
Yeah.
what is the corresponding rating you think it should be?
Okay, maybe 3 on learning Zoom, and then 2 on practicing liberating structure, and then 1 on read the LS book.
Okay, cool. Interesting. It's a little bit different from me, but it's fine. I think this is like the whole point of like getting feedbacks. Cool. So add together is actually like 5, 5, and 4, and here is 6, and 6, and 1.
2.
Sorry, 2. Thank you.
We're running
Yeah.
out of time. Supposedly, when you look at the pattern, you can ask questions like Grace will ask, so why do you think paying attention to detail is not important? And you can,
Yeah, maybe I can, I try to make changes on my statement there, but I can't. Pay attention to detail. What I mean is to pay attention to my daily lives and the daily work. I want to be more detailed, and so that I can improve my behaviors, handling things in the daily lives and work.
Yeah, but at the same, so the reason I would put a corresponding low rating on paying attention to details is I heard about, like you mentioned about you have a team, right? So when you have a team, it's really hard to pay attention to details, especially like if you put too much attention to the details, probably what happened is like you lost track of the general overall stuff. I would suggest if you really want to get some feedback, I think maybe some kind of like more something called lean coffee or maybe something like get the feedback from the team or maybe from your peer. Maybe it's a better way to see area of improvement. Because
did you say lean coffee? Is it a technical term in your industry?
Lean coffee is also, it's not yet a liberating structure, but it's kind of like a structure which you can use to have a chat with someone, and you don't determine the agenda before, and then you talk about what should we talk about, and then we proceed with that. So you can see that in the liberating structure, there's a liberating structure in progress thing, and then there's a lean coffee there, and then there's actually a very simple structure, and then you can like, yeah, extract some kind of like, if you want to start a conversation with someone, and then like this is a very good thing to try.
Lean coffee.
Lean coffee.
Okay, good. Thank you for
Yeah.
your comments.
Yeah. Cool.
We have to go back to the big group.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome back. And I just realized that after this session, after this ambition exercise, it should be a break. And and I have informed a few groups that that they can come back and after the break. What about a very short break? You can get a sip of water or a power break that comes back in 3 minutes. Would that be too fast? Anyway, so try coming back at 11:53, my Hong Kong time. That is, and I need to do the math again. Thank you.
Hello? 咦，講緊嘢嚟。Can you hear me? Oh, right.
I can hear you.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, welcome back. Welcome back. And oh, I need to share screen. Is everyone ready to continue?
It's getting exciting. Moving to the final lines.
We are exciting as facilitators. And so we are going to the sixth and also the final phase for this liberating strategy. So in the previous exercise, we have action items and we have some feedback from our colleague in terms of the items that you thought about. And I want to give you, in this session, we are evaluating, think about it again, and evaluating what is possible as we go. And this will be an individual exercise. So I have some questions for you. You can think about it for yourself. You can write it down or think about it for yourself. Well, you can think about it for yourself. You can write it down on your paper or your electronic device. And the microstructure that we are using is called W3. And W3, okay. So the first question that we want to explore here is, what happened? What I would like to invite you to do is read your purpose statement again. And what are the action items that you had in the previous exercise? What feedback have you received in the previous exercise? So this is what happened. Next. The next one is, what does this mean to you? We have a collection of information, and we have a collection of information, the purpose statement, action items, feedbacks, and so on. What do they mean to you? Again, you can work on it individually and write down if it helps. And the third part of this W3 is the now what. So what I want to invite you to do is answer the very original question with all these information that you have received this morning. How will you live a purposeful life in 2021? Anyone who want to share any insight or your revelation on this question? What do you what will be your answer for this? Anyone who want to share your answers?
Yeah.
I'm happy to share. I don't know. I had a question about the actions, but I might do that at the end of the session. But I think where you've just taken me to this process is to, and just to qualify that, my purpose was I exist to connect people for a better life. Right? Connect people with other people, connect people with knowledge. And where I've come to make 2021 a purposeful life for me, in alignment to that purpose, is that I need to focus. It's become more internal, that I need to focus. I need to find the right balance, my own well-being, and I need to practice. I need to almost practice what I was going to say practice what I preach. So yeah, I wrote just down focus, balance, and practice, which is more internal.
Ooh. What else? Thank you for sharing. No problem. And yeah, that's wonderful. I hope this session also helped you going through these questions and
Yes.
yeah, and sometimes these sessions usually give us some thoughts, and then after the meeting, maybe when you are taking a break, then you think about it again, then you have some more idea coming up. Thank you.
Do we have time so I can share a bit too?
Oh, please.
Thank you. So, so my purpose statement is, as a Scrum Master, I exist to help the team work happier and communicate better. And the feedback that I received included that I think like there's a very common mystery about like Scrum Master, what you're talking about, isn't it? The project manager's job and stuff like that. So I think like apart from helping the team, I think I also need to take one more steps to actually advertise what the agile space and then how things should work these days also. And yep, so apart from like and also like the last things that we come up with 3-minute steps, I think we also need to, I mean, as a Scrum Master, I need to learn how to do stuff remotely better. So learning Zoom, learning liberating structures, and practicing more with partner is definitely things that I need to do in 2021.
Thank you. I saw Jefferson to learn new methodologies like liberating structure. Wonderful. Any others? So if not, then this concludes our process for today. And so we have the purpose. We start with purpose, context, challenge, baseline, ambition, and action and evaluation. And I'm aware of the time that we have, and I want to do a very quick debrief for what happened. Let me see. So Moonway, you have a question. Yeah, I'm happy to share the slides. So let me work with Siwan on this. What happened? What activity we just had? Anyone remember activities that we did this morning? For my morning.
9 whys.
What is that again?
9 whys.
Oh, 9 whys. Good. Thank you.
Tricks.
Tricks. Thank you.
W3.
W3. Thank you.
Eco-cycle planning.
Yes. Thank you.
Critical uncertainty.
Good. Thank you.
Infinity.
The infinity. The symbol, right? Thank you. Okay. So among these activities, any particular ones that you find it more interesting, you like, or
anyone, you're not so sure, or any surprises that you got?
I think the one thing that I noticed is better to practice liberating structure with partner, because like what happened just before. So need to have like back up each other, and then also like help each other, so compensate whatever happened. Yeah.
Okay. So anything that you feel delighted, concerned, or surprised?
I personally, the critical uncertainties, that's maybe the third or fourth time I've done it, and it's better. It's good. It's getting better every time. It's a difficult. I think it's a difficult one. To get your head around that paradox and how. So I thought that was good.
Thank you.
I still find W3 quite a challenge to distinguish between the different, what, why, what, so what, now what.
Okay.
I think that's a hard line. And I have to say, you've done really well to bring that whole string together in this time.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Let me see.
I like the eco cycle.
Thank you.
I think I like to spend a little bit more time to study and comprehend about that. It might help in different, different situations, depends. Yeah.
Cool. Thank you. And what would be the learning for you this morning? I mean, again, my morning time. For this session, what are the insights that you collect?
I thought the question about what I can do to make the situation worse was quite thought-provoking, because I think we are all conditioned to think about what we can do to improve the situations all the time, and we're not used to think about this in the other direction. So I thought it was quite interesting, and it helped answer some of the questions I had before too about my work.
Thank you. Anyone?
I think this is the string today is a good planning process. You can use it. You can if we have more time, can actually use it for a full day planning session. Yeah, because the conversations can go deeper and the reflection too. Yeah. So thank you for sharing.
Thank you very much. Anything that you would like to do after this session? Yes, Siwan.
One thing I want to share that the kindness of the group, the kindness to others, the kindness in sharing your thought, even positively something growth area, and I really appreciate that.
Thank you, everyone. Okay. Any other thing that you want to, any takeaway, or even things that you want to start doing after this session?
Yeah, I think it just reinforces to me how with the liberating structures, just got to keep practicing and having these opportunities to practice and then experiment in in your real world or in your working environment. I think it's that this gives us the courage to do that. and to keep doing it. So keep doing more of it. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Okay, wonderful. Okay. With that, Siobhan, do you want to help us checking out?
Thank you. Thank you, Stephen and Lorraine. Very helpful and very insightful. And I also would like to extend my appreciation to all the participants for your Saturday morning and to help us to feel complete. What do you appreciate yourself in this Saturday morning? Anyone could start?
Generosity of everybody. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yeah. And also the Stephen and Lauren is trying to facilitate this too. I think they're doing a good job. Given like this, I think definitely they try to maximize the learning of us.
Yeah,
I really appreciate everyone stay on spending your Saturday morning for me, which is a very precious time, and you're willing to give 3 hours and to learn with us. I feel this is a very precious opportunity for us to practice and learn together. I really appreciate all your time.
Thank you, Lorraine. Next, anyone would like to share? What are you grateful about?
Thank you everyone for your patience and all the surprises that you had this morning. And thank you, Siwan, hosting this, and thank you, Lorraine, for all the last minute surprises. All the last minute surprises I gave her, and she tolerated that. And and again, thank you very much for joining this, and yeah, I'm very happy. Thank you. Don't know what to say now.
Yeah, thank you, Stephen. Ruby, Roger, do you have something to share? Grace?
Thank you, Stephen and Lauren. It was a very interesting session.
Yeah, thank you, Stephen and Lauren. I think I've learned quite a lot today.
My turn? Oh, sorry. My turn. Thank you so much for all your arrangements, Stephen, Lauren, and Juan. And it's new to me, and I met some new friends and got some insights for myself. I hope, I believe it will be a big help for myself. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Siron, Lauren, and Stephen. I heard the speaker, the facilitator, they have prepared and have some sleepless nights. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for all your help. And if I may, the next event is February 27, facilitated by Francisco and his partner.
Wow.
Wow.
Join us. We will have a big gathering and learn some more about the liberty structure principles. Francisco, do you want to share something about the event?
Oh, for next month?
Yes,
yeah,
February 27.
Yeah, happy to do so. I'm going to run the event with Giselle. So Giselle was here today as well. I actually met Giselle last year, and I think this is the beauty. You know, it's one of the nice, I guess, good things that's come out of COVID, and we've become a bit more virtual and remote, and it's sort of broadened our community. So fact that we're all sitting here together from different parts of the world. But last year, I joined a couple of Liberating Structures studios. One was run by a lady called Susan Basterfield, who's based in New Zealand, and Stefan Morales. And that's where I met Giselle doing that studio work. And we also did a Liberating Structures and Agile facilitation course with Dana from New York. You probably know her if you're in the Agile world. So through that, we've just done a lot more practice within meetups here in Australia. And so getting to what we plan to do next month is one of the studio workshops we did. Henry, I've got the book here. Gotta get it. Keith McCandless, one of the authors of the Liberating Structures. He actually facilitated. Yeah. So Keith facilitated this really cool session, which was called the Liberating Structures Playground Walk Around. And it was a way to deep dive into all the principles. So we're going to do that first. We'll do this walk around of the Liberating Structures principles, and then we'll move into a 1, 2, 4 all and a 15% solution. So we'll capture a whole lot of material, we'll harvest that on a mural, and then move through 1, 2, 4 all, and then come up with some 15% solutions about what we can do. Then we'll probably have a break, and then we're going to come back and do an open space and just sort of close the festival. Spoke to Sue-On around that. That might be a nice way to close out, that everyone creates an agenda for the last portion of the festival, and we can, create our open space our marketplace around what we want to do next, which might be keep some connections, keep meeting and practicing or and things like that. So so deep dive into the principles, making a bit of creativity and sharing ideas, and then an open space. So I hope that's going to bring you all back and bring everyone else back. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Thank you, Francisco. And we are running out of time since we have so much fun together. Any last few words you want to share with us before we pause this conversation? Right. Have a great Saturday and evening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Take off my background for the next meeting. See you guys. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Louis, can you pause the recording?
Right.
Yeah, Louis, can you pause the recording?
Yep. Where's the recording? Where's the stop?
The red button. There's
the green button.
I think below